Kendall, somebody confirm for me. Can you hear me? All right, can you guys hear me? All right. Starting off with Zach Loveday. If you'd like to ask a question of Zach, please use the raise hand function, and I'll call on you individually. First question for Zach comes from John Warner with the Waco Tribune Herald.
Yeah, hey Zach. Y'all outscored the bench outscored them 55-0. I don't know if you knew that.
That's
I mean,
impressive.
Yeah, how confident are you that everybody can score and everybody can make contributions to this team?
100%. I mean, my teammates, and obviously I'm one of the guys that comes off the bench. I mean, we got to give credit to all these guys. I mean, we can all score. We can all, we call it share the sugar. Giving up the rock to other people to let them score. I mean, we all do an excellent job of that, and I enjoy it.
Okay, thanks.
Next question from Kendall Kaut with Our Daily Bears.
Zach, I think you caught a no-look pass from Jared for a bucket earlier in the game. On those no-look passes, kind of how do you make sure you're in the right spot to convert on those?
So we do drills, where we work on that kind of stuff, and our guards, I mean, like Jared obviously does a great job of it, but all our guards do an excellent job of, like I said earlier, sharing the sugar and giving up for easy buckets like that. You draw two guys like that and, I'm standing under the rim. It'd be not foolish, but wouldn't be smart to just shoot through 2-3 people like that.
Great, thanks, Zach.
Any additional questions for Zach? All right, Zach, we got one more. John Warner with the Waco Tribune Herald. John, you're still muted, John.
I guess y'all are going to get a little break right now. Since y'all only played 6 games, do you really want a break?
Well, actually, yeah, I kind of do. I've been here since the end of May. Like, I haven't left Waco since the end of May. I mean, it's been a grueling 6 months of just workouts, seeing the same 20, 25 faces every day. And I love these guys to death. Don't get me wrong, but I think a 3-4 day mental break, spend time with the family, get to see them, enjoy time with them is going to be awesome.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thanks, Zach. We got one more. Hold on one second. Q from ESPN Central Texas.
You mentioned being there since May and that it's just kind of been a grueling, process. But, with everything going on with the start, the stop, COVID-19 and everything, how has this whole process been for you and your teammates?
I think it's been about as good as you can make it. We've done a great job, following protocols, making sure we don't get sick, making sure, coaches try not to get sick, take care of ourselves, make sure that we can still practice, and credit to a lot of our, just people higher up in the organization that have fought for us, when it comes to contact tracing and stuff like that, to make sure we don't lose guys and that we can all be at practice every day to compete and to continue to fight, to get better every day.
All right, that's all the questions for Zach. Zach, thanks for your time. We'll get
Appreciate
LJ Cryer up here. Zach, you got radio out in the hallway. As soon as Coach Drew's done, you'll put the headset on.
Gotcha.
All right, questions for LJ Cryer. Please use the raise hand function. I'll call on you individually. First question for LJ comes from John Warner with the Waco Tribune Herald.
LJ, I asked Zach the same question, but your bench outscored their bench 55-0. How confident are you that everybody can contribute and score for this team?
I'm very confident that we all can contribute because I feel like we have the best starters in the country, and when we go against them every day in practice, it's only going to make us better. So when we come in the game, we're really confident because we feel like we go up against the best every single day.
Was it very difficult? Y'all played on the road in Manhattan a couple of days ago. Was it the turnaround very difficult, or y'all just eager to play anytime you can?
I can speak for myself. I know I'm eager to play because I know I haven't really got too many college game experiences we only play like 6 games, something like that. So I'm just excited to play anytime we can, and I'm pretty sure the other guys are too.
Yeah, thanks.
Next question from Kendall Kaut with Our Daily Bears.
LJ, on Saturday, I think Matt got stuck in the paint on one play, and you were shouting for him to get you the ball for a 3. Kind of how have you developed your voice to make sure you can communicate with your teammates so early and know that they can hit you for shots?
Actually, my coaches have been on me a lot about screaming a guy's name when I'm open because they know I can shoot the ball. When I first got here, a couple of times, like, guys would be in the paint just like that same situation, and I'll just kind of just let them sit there, and I wouldn't say nothing and let them go up, and they'll come pull me to the side and say, I got a call for the ball. And I just been taking what they've been telling me and applying it.
And LJ, it seems like you've done a really good job when Davion or Jared run the pick and roll, kind of lifting up on the sideline to get hit for 3s. How long did it take you in kind of the college game with more pick and rolls being run to develop that knowledge of where to be on 3-point attempts?
Just playing with them every day in practice. I kind of know where they want me to be if they get stuck or if my man helps, where they like to look. So just repetition with them has helped me figure out the spots to where to go.
Next question from Stephen Hawkins with the Associated Press.
LJ, obviously you guys haven't gotten in as many games as you expected to get in when all this started, but what does it mean to have a game like this before the break when everybody contributes and you kind of have the kind of game everybody expected you would have against them?
It means a lot, especially when all the guys, until the last person on the bench gets to play, and I just feel like it's a great Christmas present to all of us, especially to the coaches too. Get to go home with a win, and yeah.
How much, as much as you guys want to play, is this a needed break, or is this one you kind of wish you could keep playing? I know you got an extra game next week, but what's the feeling there, having a break now after kind of the season you've had where you've only been able to get in 6 games?
I'm a big family guy, so I feel like these 4 days are real important to me. I haven't seen my family in a while, especially since they don't really come up here a lot. They'll come to the games, then they'll leave. But it's like just being away from them so long, I feel like it's real important for all of us to go home and see our families. But we're looking forward to getting right back to it when we come back.
Next question from Andrew Miner with Bears Illustrated.
Hey, LJ, you mentioned playing with some of these other guards that more experienced has helped you. I was just curious, what are some of the things that maybe Butler or Mitchell or T have passed on to you as some advice that has helped you transition quickly into the college game?
Really just all of them like really uplift me, making sure I don't ever get too down or too low on myself. Or even too high, like if I have a good game, they just try to keep me like level-headed. And they just do a good job of just taking care of me and making sure I feel like I'm a big part of the team.
Thank you.
All right, that's all the questions we have for LJ. LJ, thank you for your time.
Okay. That is
30th at 2 p.m. All right. Next up at the podium is Coach Scott Drew. If you have a question for Coach, please use the raise hand function. I'll call on you individually. First question for Coach Drew comes from John Werner with the Waco Tribune-Herald.
Scott, how impressive was that to see your team get off to such a hot start again, especially coming off the road like that?
well, definitely. This is a game always before Christmas. You want to make sure your guys haven't mentally left, and I thought the upperclassmen made sure we were locked in and ready from the jump. And this is a team that led Iowa State at halftime. Played Northwestern close 4-point game at halftime with North Texas. So this is a team that they like to control tempo, and if you're not on point, then you're in for a long night. So us getting separation allowed made them play faster, which obviously favored us. So very impressed how the guys got off to a great start.
Is Mark Vital okay, or were you just resting him? Or?
Yeah, I'll let Dave tell you exactly what he did. Bottom line was he could have gone back in the game, but we thought better just to rest him to make sure he was good coming home from Christmas. And he wanted also to see the other guys get a chance to play more minutes, and it just shows you what kind of teammate he is, too.
Thanks, Scott.
Next question from Stephen Hawkins with the Associated Press.
got obviously a lot of contributions tonight, but just talk about LJ, his development, and just when you see him have a game like that where he's shooting the ball the way he does and playing as well as he does.
Well, he shoots the ball like that quite often. What we like is he's doing a better job defensively, knowing our rotations, doing a better job blocking out. Starting to take more charges, and again, LJ's a guy that knows how to put the ball in the hole. But 2 assists, 0 turnovers, 2 steals. That part of the game is really impressive too.
Scott, we all know what a weird 2020 it's been. This was supposed to be your 9th game. It's only the 3rd game of your original schedule you played. We know all that, but you get a break now. I mean, is this a needed break, even though you've had this kind of up and down season, or you kind of wish you were still playing? And what's the charge to the guys as they leave, considering the situation?
Well, I think the guys needed the break more than anyone from the standpoint they haven't seen family, friends, a lot of them since July. And when we brought them back in the summer, the administration thought it was critical that they made these sacrifices not to see family and friends, but once Christmas time came up, they would have a chance to. And I mean, we get to go home, see our families every night. So the fact that they're really excited. I know they love playing basketball. They're excited about how we're playing, but at the same time, a lot of them are really excited to go home and get some home cooking and see family. And they'll do a good job. They've been well trained by our trainer, Dave, and our medical staff on what to do, what not to do. And hopefully we can all come back safe.
All right, Scott, thanks, and Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
Next question from Jerry Hill, Baylor Bear Insider.
Scott, you kind of know what you get from those other 4 positions. How important has it been, and it continues to be, to develop that 5th guy, with whether it's Jonathan or Flo or even Zach tonight? How important is it to develop one of those guys?
Well, I think it's more critical than ever to develop everyone from the standpoint. We all know the Big 12 rule is there's only, if you have 6 scholarship players, you're playing. And with contact tracing, COVID, you never know. I mean, usually you might have 1 or 2 injuries, but with COVID, obviously that can take out 5, 6 guys with contact tracing and whatnot. So it's really important that LJ and Zach and Jordan get minutes and are ready to play. And LJ's already at K-State, was thrown in that role and did an outstanding job. But really, it's a team effort, and everyone has to be ready.
Hey, Scott, when is Mark Patterson going to get his name on his back?
Well, we've been working on that. I think the mail service might be a little bit behind, so we've been on top of that, and I think it's getting here by Stagecoach. It seems like.
That's from Jason King.
Yeah,
by the way.
sorry.
Yeah, wait, trust me, we're all on it too. We're all on it too.
Big bucket, man.
Yeah, I saw you photobombing up there.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Next question from Kendall Kaut with Our Daily Bears.
Scott, you got to run the Flo and Jonathan lineup out there again tonight. With 2 games of data now on that, how do you feel like that lineup's been performing?
Well, the last 2 games, everything's been working. So, again, I think that's just another combination and another thing that we can go to. And with COVID and the uncertainty of who you will have and when you will have them, the more guys that can play multiple positions is more critical now than ever. I mean, used to be you just had to know your position, maybe another position, but us being able to put multiple people out that can play multiple areas can definitely help if you have six available guys.
And Scott, on the nights when you do have a full roster available, I know a lot of seasons you work with an 8-man rotation. Do you think you might use 9 in some of the Big 12 games, even against like the Kansases and West Virginias of the world? Or do you look to have 8 once everybody's available?
Well, that's really comes down to each individual game from the standpoint with foul trouble or anything like that. You're playing probably 9 in injury during the course of a game, but it's easier to play 8 than it is 9, but if you got 9 that can help you, that's our job to figure that out, and we got a lot of guys that can step up. So sometimes you sub yourself to where you end runs from your players, and that's a big thing. Is like you look at Illinois with the group we had went on a run at that end of the first half. K-State, we went on a run as well, and we don't want to sub out runs and want to let them play out, but at the same time, definitely feel comfortable with all our guys from the standpoint. The 9 that we've played have proven they can play, and Jordan and Zach, it's really important they keep getting minutes because you never know when they're put in those positions.
Next question from Kevin Longquist with SicEmSports.com.
Scott, you mentioned just a few moments ago about the Big 12 rule of having 6 guys out there. So the way this game unfolded, was this the way you hoped it could unfold so that you could get everybody out there? Planning for it, did it unfold the way you wanted it to?
Yeah, no question. First and foremost, you want to win. Second, you want to play well. And then the third is when you play guarantee games like this, you want to give your guys, and without having scrimmages this year and not nearly as many guarantee games as you normally do, it's really important to get Jordan, Zach, and LJ those quality minutes because, again, they can practice all they want. Being out there live, that really gives them that confidence and allows them to grow. And when they're put back in those situations, again, LJ's been in the rotation, but for Jordan and Zach, they're, as we say, an injury illness away. So you got to be ready.
And then with Jared's floor game continue, I think he had 7-8 assists again tonight. So that's 20 over the last 2 games. What do you think has changed about his vision of the way he runs this offense, even from the break after Illinois to where you're seeing him now?
Well, I think Jared's doing a great job taking what the defense gives him, and from the standpoint he's such a proven scorer, they put so much attention on him, and when they do, that means other people are open, and instead of forcing things, he's doing a great job making the right reads, right plays, and 13 assists, 1 turnover, 7 assists, 1 turnover. That's phenomenal growth for him because he used to be, when he first got here, a high-risk, high-reward guy. I mean, he was a home run or a strikeout for a minute there, and he's really gotten much more efficient at playing the point guard.
Thank you.
Next question from new KWTX sports reporter Chris Williams. Chris, welcome to Waco. Escape those Nebraska winters. Happy to have you here in Texas.
Thank you very much. It sure is a lot warmer.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, you guys have been sitting there right at number 2 in the rankings. I know you have some polls have you number 1. Is that something you guys talk about or think about very often?
Well, I think we always control what we can control, and that is analytically we want to be the best team we can be, and more important, we want to love one another, play with joy, and I think the rankings will take care of themselves from there. And I know Gonzaga and I were both excited to have that opportunity to play, which didn't work out. But again, if it can at some point work out, awesome. If not, our goal, Coach Few and I, would be to meet again in Indianapolis this time at the Final Four. And I think our teams would be good with that too.
And Coach, from a not necessarily in the locker room standpoint, with recruiting, getting some extra eyes on your games, do you feel like it helps in that sense of being in the national spotlight?
Oh, most definitely. Whenever you're ranked high, and I think how many weeks we've been in the top 5? 16, 7 weeks. Yeah, I mean that really not only helps with the notoriety of the program and recruiting, but also for your fan base, it gives them a lot of pride.
Next question from Andrew Miner with Bears Illustrated.
Hey, Coach, in years past, some of the non-conference games, your teams would not necessarily separate by the end of the game. They'd be close, or you wouldn't find that separation. Do you put any stock into how good this team is, relatively by how they've been able to separate late in basically all of your games this year?
Yeah, definitely speaks to their maturity and understanding how to grow a lead, and the fact that they haven't gotten selfish and taken bad shots or stopped playing defense or started leaking out or doing some of the things you do when you get a lead. The fact that they've tried to go 1-0 and every possession, that speaks to their maturity. At the same time, I think schematically, defensively, we can put pressure on people, which can allow us to get separation rather than a more a passive defense that sometimes can allow other people to dictate tempo.
Right. And then I was just curious, do you ever allow yourself a chance to kind of marvel at some of the plays your guys are making out on the floor, whether it's an alley-oop, taking a charge, or just kind of going coast to coast at your team, at your guys' abilities?
Well, the good thing is we've seen them in practice before, so I think we marveled more when we saw them for the first time. Now we're just seeing them in the game. But definitely there's some plays that if you're a basketball fan, it's really nice to have your team making some of those plays.
Sure. Thank you, Coach.
All right, that's all the questions we have for Coach Drew. Coach, thank you for your time. Everybody have a Merry Christmas, and we'll do our next media availability on probably the 27th or 28th before that game on the 29th. Coach?
Hey, appreciate you all and what you do for Baylor and our program. So thank you. You guys be safe.